Hello everybody, welcome to MNB World Talkscope. The Tokyo 2020 Olympics were postponed for 1 year due to COVID-19, and this year it has been finally successfully organized. Therefore, today we have invited a very special guest who worked at Tokyo 2020 as a judge of archery. And also notable to say that she is first ever Mongolian who attended the Olympics as a judge. Also, she is one of the 14 judges from World Archery Judge Committee. Currently, she works as support officer at British Embassy. Please welcome Ms. Saruul Enkhbat. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Sure. It is really big honor for me to have you here in our studio. And as I mentioned before, you worked as an archery referee at the Tokyo Olympics, and in particular you judged finals, right? Also closing competitions, right?
Yes.
Could you please tell us how nervous were you, and could you please just share with us that experience?
Yeah, sure. Definitely was a lifetime event for me.
Right.
And it was very first time for me attending the Tokyo Olympics. And also the Olympic itself, it was unique,
right,
because not just it was organized in the odd year, but also with this COVID situation
right,
going on. For example, there were lots of strict rules that we had to follow, all the judges. For example, we were not allowed to go outside or go visit other sports or sightseeing, or for example, even though we were not allowed to dine, to have dinners outside, and we used this online application, Uber Eats, and ordered our foods online and ate alone in our hotel rooms.
Wow.
So from this, like, you can like feel it was very, very strict.
It was tough.
Yeah, it was tough. Yeah. But it was of course the best experience, and the Olympic Games. It's the biggest event in Earth, like representing peace and uniting all the population, all the world. So it was very honored for me be part of this Olympic Games.
Sure.
And as soon as I go there. First of all, I need to introduce there are a few different type of judging roles in the archery. For example, there is a target judge and scoring judge and line judge. And from all these, line judge is the most important one. My first duty was to open the very first match working as a line judge.
Wow.
And why it is so important that because it's the line judge is always visible to all the cameras, and it's like a conductor role. Like you conduct everything, like from bringing the archers on the field, and then all the process of the matches until it's the end. And you inform the archers who shoots first and next, etc. So it's the most important one. And even on the television, like they announce only line judge's name. So I was very honored to be the line judge for the first, and then until the end, I worked as a line judge.
Wow.
And the previous days for the next matches, they point us on the rolls. And just the day before the final day, I was appointed as a line judge for the gold medal match.
Wow.
The very last one.
Yeah, so exciting.
Very exciting,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I felt like honored, but the responsibility and the pressure is there, of course, because like you cannot make any mistakes.
Sure.
Yeah, so it was very nice and very exciting. And you asked also how nervous I was.
Sure.
I was not that nervous because I think it was in 2018 or 19. I worked at the World Universiade in Italy, and there were very few judges there. Only 2 judges worked on the line judging roles, and I judged a lot of times the line judging, and there I got this experience or like a skill that to lose my afraid to be always on the like line judging and the cameras, and so that competition helped me a lot to skip that the gain, not to be afraid. So it was very much helped on this Olympic Games.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was very helpful, and I was not that nervous. And also I think it's I tried a lot before I go to the Olympics to get prepared like mentally,
Right.
somehow, and tried, like, for example, even on my everyday job, on my laptop screen, I changed the picture to the archery competition field, Yumenoshima Park, which is exactly the Olympic Games archery gonna be there. So it's just to to receive the feeling, and that's like to get ready myself, like mentally that I'm already there. So all these preparations, I think, helped me.
And what new skills did you obtain while you were judging there on Olympics in 2020?
I would say the most
new skills aside those being prepared already.
Yeah, because this Olympic was, as I said, was very special and unique because of all the COVID situations, and I think the tolerance, I would say, I most gained because we had to give like PCR tests every morning, and we had to inform our body temperatures and the feelings, and filling all those surveys. And then the weather, especially, it was very, very hot in Tokyo in July, and in addition to that, you wear masks all the time.
Yeah,
and you like imagine on the finals field, working and under the sunshine, the hot sun,
sauna effect,
and with the mask always. And like it was so hot, it was just like sauna, So the tolerance was most important. And
well, thank you. Now let us introduce you to our viewers a little bit more, shall we? But who influenced you to become a judge? As I know, you are actually a professional translator of English and French, right? And it might be really difficult to make transitions from a philology sector to sports field, right? How did the idea came to you?
The most influenced person was my mother, because she used to be an athlete, archery athlete, when she was young. And then she has been working as a general manager at the Mongolian Archery Association until now.
Wow.
So like since childhood, archery was
part of your life.
Yeah, it was near me. And she's the one who suggested that why not you could try to be a judge, international judge, and the country needs international judge. And when I was studying in France, I studied in France 2 years, and besides my university, I used to go to this course, archery course, and that was the very first time that I tried myself archery. And like I fell in love with the sport because the sport itself, it's very, very nice. It's mentally, I would say,
What
very,
feelings do
like,
you get?
tranquil or something, because you have to focus.
Yeah.
You have to be focused and focus yourself, and like not thinking about any other things. And I'm not very good at like physical sports, but this one is like mentally it's very relaxing and very nice. So I love the side of that. And also at that time, I like just before when I go back to Mongolia, there was our Mongolian team, archery athletes came to France also to attend this World Cup competition in city Boe. And for their like coming, I also contacted the Archery Association of France and helped our team to have a training.
And your language also definitely helped you
yes,
to
it
make
was
contacts.
very helped. And
Right.
it was that moment that like I'm engaged with the archery. Yeah.
I see. What criteria people meet to become an archery judge?
To be an international judge, you have to have the good knowledge of English language, and aside from that, you have to be involved in your local association, like for example, for archery association, and then you have to be helpful for the national competitions. You have to assist on those competitions and gain some national judging experiences. And then you need to attend seminars, continental seminars firstly, and pass a test, and then become a continental judge. And for international level, it's also same. You have to attend international judging conferences and pass a test and become international judge. Yeah, and the experience is most important thing that you have to gain. Yeah.
And how long did you learn? Have you attended those seminars to be certified officially?
My very first seminar was, I think it was in 2008 in Shanghai, and it was a youth judging seminar. That was my very first one, and my teacher at that time was Mr. Martin Willman. He's like a legend between all the judges, and he was also influenced me very much to be in love with judging, you know. Yeah, but he passed away a few years ago. But he was a very good teacher, and since then I judged at some national competitions, of course, and then some continental level sports. And in Thailand, in 2013, I attended this continental judge seminar and passed the test and became continental judge. And after that, you need to have to work at the very high level of continental competition. And I worked at the Asian Championship. And that was very helpful also to become at the international level. And in 2014, I went to Phoenix in USA and attended this international judging seminar.
Wow.
And I was the only one from Asia at that time attended.
Wow.
Yeah, and the others were, of course, from Americas and European judges. And
That's impressive.
yeah.
And how many international competitions have you judged so far?
I haven't counted exactly, but I worked at the World Cup, different World Cup competitions, and World Youth Championship, Asian Championships, and Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and World Universiad in Italy. Yeah.
Now let's talk about the projects that you were involved in. So you've been working in Business Council of Mongolia for 8 years, right? And could you please tell us what experience did you learn from there, and maybe what could be implemented for Mongolia. What do you think?
Yes, I worked at the Business Council of Mongolia quite a long time. Spent a few years there, and our director was Mr. Jean Dwyer, who was very, very experienced, very knowledgeable person, and I learned a lot from him. And at the same time, it was, the atmosphere and working condition, all of those a little bit different from also Mongolian organization. So, and when I first joined BCM, I joined as an administrative assistant, and then a few years later, I was promoted to the events manager, and then to project manager. So a lot of skills I gained from there, and Business Council of Mongolia, the organization organizes monthly meetings, and they have this like over 200 members, lots of companies. You have to be in contact in all those
coordinate
different sectors.
Right.
And you organize these monthly meetings, the organizational skills, the event organizing skills. All those were gained at the BCM. And also, like you asked about what could be implemented.
Right.
I would say maybe for more for like everyday work, I would say. Inclusion is very important for disabled people, because like I find like every day it's very challenging in our living condition in our country. It's
even to move.
Yeah, even to move, and not only for disabled people, but also for mothers who has this babies.
Oh, I can understand it.
It was very tough for me personally as well, and you need to find lots of
the right way,
smooth ways, just between the apartments to go to the gardens, all those.
Not to shake your baby.
Yes. Yeah. So I would like to mention about this. Maybe this could be seen like small things, but these are very, very important, like for our everyday happy life. Yes.
So you have studied international trade in France, right? Also, and you were invited to Festival of Cannes in 2006, right?
Yes.
So could you please tell us the most challenging things that you have seen there while living abroad?
Festival of Cannes is one of my favorite memories. It was in 2006 that my last, I was in the fourth degree of the university, at the university studying French language, and there was this poetry competition organized by this Alliance Française. It's a French language center in Mongolia, and I attended the poetry competition, and it was the poem was called Masque, Le Masque, by Charles de Clercq, and I won the Grand Prix, and the prize was invitation to visit and see the film festival in Cannes in France.
Wow.
So it was just so wonderful.
Yeah.
And there were lots of students gathered from different countries, and we were one group. And the Cannes, the city itself, it was on the beach side, and there were lots of cinemas and hotels. It's like a city of cinema, maybe.
Wow.
And there were lots of openings of the new films that those participating for the festival. And I was lucky enough, one time I stepped on this red carpet.
Wow.
And there was one opening of a movie, and I saw the movie star, the Halle Berry, the actress.
Wow.
And also the French actor. I don't remember exactly the name. I think it's Jean something.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was very exciting. Yeah.
Well, and so how long have you been there in Cannes?
In Cannes, it was, I think, maybe 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
and was it difficult to you to be there for 2 weeks? What challenges did you face?
There it was very fine, but you know, it was my very first travel individually that I took abroad and to France. It was my first visit to France, so it was very exciting.
Yeah.
And I just went myself, and of course my languages helped.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and I find my own way to. I went to Paris first, and then from there I took a train to Cannes, and I found the hotel myself, etc. So it was a little bit challenging.
But still, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
But also, when I was studying in France, I spent there 2 years, and beside from studying at the university, I had to finance myself.
Work, yeah.
Financially. So I had to work. So it was the biggest challenge. Besides studying, you have to work.
To combine,
You know,
yes,
yeah,
right.
abroad, and you're a very young student there.
So, did you find a solution
Yes,
to
of
finance
course,
yourself?
I worked two different types of, 2, 3 or different types of works, and studied there at the same time. So it was very tough.
Definitely, yeah.
For a young woman, you know, and yeah, but of course you learned a lot from that lifetime experience.
Wow, so
Yeah,
impressive.
Living abroad alone, and
But you're really lucky, because for students who learns the language and to visit the country of the language that you learn is really important, yeah,
Yes,
especially in
yes,
the
of course.
learning process, yeah. By the way, you mentioned several times about that competition of poetry. Do you remember that poem that you read there?
oh, not exactly now.
Shall we try? A small part, a bit, just 2 lines maybe.
Okay,
Please.
I'll try to remember. How does it start? So it was called Le Masque. Le Masque. So
The mask.
yeah, the mask. So the meaning of the poetry was that like, you know, the people have got, like, you know, in general they've got these 2 faces, and then you need to know the right person, and there are people wearing masks, like, but it's in more like artful face. It's yeah, but how can I remember?
Maybe just 1 line.
It starts like this: Contemplant le trésor de grâce florentine.
Wow, so beautiful.
That was the very first line, and unfortunately I don't remember the following parts.
Sounds so romantic. The only thing that I can say for this line.
Yeah, the French language itself is very, very
beautiful.
romantic
Yes,
language. Yeah.
wow, thank you in a way.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like now to show to our viewers have a small part. Let's take a look.
Okay. I work at the British Embassy of Ulaanbaatar as a DIT support officer. It's the Department of International Trade, and what we do is we in general support UK businesses to export to Mongolia market, and also we assist and help our local companies if they would like to import any products from UK as well. And regarding the relationship between UK and Mongolia is that UK was the very first Western country to be recognized as a which has established the diplomatic relations with Mongolia back in 1963. And so I would say the relationship between the 2 countries, UK and Mongolia, it has been developing very quickly in the recent years. Just for example, that in food and drink sector, which we lately also try to develop, you can see lots of different products from UK in the supermarkets. For example, the McVitie's biscuits, the other Fox biscuits, or different kinds of drinks as well. So it's been developing very quickly.
And I heard that you also paint. And do you often do it on fresh air?
Yes, I try to do that. It's just as a hobby, my small hobby.
Yes, we have another part of it. Let's take a look.
Usually, it's sometimes a little bit hard to find alone time when you have a small child. So I don't have much time to do my drawings, but I try to find a small space and some time when I have some free time. So about drawing, the interest of drawing, it started very early when I was small, and my father also likes to draw, and he studied architect at the university, so he's very good at drawing things. This one is the painting that I worked very recently. This is my very recent painting. I like to plant flowers in the summer houses. Like every spring, my mother and I plant a lot of kinds of flowers, and the flowers that we planted, they attract a lot of bees, and the idea came from that. And on the painting, so I wanted to show that the bees are very important creatures in the world, because they also becoming very rare recently, because their number are decreasing very quickly. I like bees a lot also, and so I wanted to show the bees are important creatures, and then they give something essential of life for the other nature life, etc. So that's what I wanted to really show. I wanted to participate this small competition organized for the non-professional artists, and I participated with this painting, and the best, about 30 paintings were chosen to be showcased at the gallery. So I was lucky enough that my painting was showcased in the gallery.
The 2024 Olympic Games will be held in Paris, in France, right? So do you have planned to again participate there as an archery judge?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, but I need to also first to pass this exam and to renew my accreditation, because for all archery international judges, it's every 4 years that you have to attend this judging conference and pass a test and renew it. So before the Paris Olympic Games, that's my duty or a goal to achieve. Yeah. And then there's, of course, there's a possibility that I could be chosen. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much. It was really interesting, and I'm really honored to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today we had Ms. Saruul Enkhbat, who is archer referee of Olympics 2020. We'll see you next time. Until that, please stay safe and thank you.